So I'm sorry, a little early. I usually wait 5 minutes, but we're gonna play a little bit of Judge Sim. I gotta try to hurry when putting this stuff in because they started putting words in, and I was like, nope, close down, close down. Oh no! Ah! Okay, let's try that again because that was a good sound. But I'm gonna play a little bit of this. I was gonna do Umigati, but he said not to. But yes, I wanted to try a little bit of Judge Sim. We're gonna be a judge. Similar. I'm saying this way too fast. I wanted to read what this said. Things were worse than ever in Banana Republic, a silver island country. While artists roamed the streets, corruption was running deeper to the economy's crisis and rising crime rates. Bearing these burdens were judges who tried to make things right with honesty. I keep saying that like that. So I am the... What is this? Okay, we're gonna select that. I was seeing a little gameplay. I'm like, nope, I don't want to see anymore. Okay, to I am Lawmore. There are 30 cases in it. What? No. Wait, what? Justice Judgment made in lawsuit have no consequences, allowing you to decide as you wish. You are the law. The cases are designed for role-playing feature morale that true cases reference. You will earn 500 after each case. With this money, you can play BJ in Wheel of Fortune. We recommend this game mode for players who have finished the story section. No, we gotta back up. I didn't finish. No, even you. I didn't finish. I didn't do story mode. Like, how was I supposed to know the difference between the two? Your name. You are male. So. Dear Luna, you are appointed as a judge. Banana Republic courthouse today. I love how it's called Banana Republic. I actually really dislike the fruit itself. Week 1, Case 1. Hi, dude. What's with that smug on your face? Got smug on your face. Your Honor, first of all, as administrator, we wish you success in your new position. We wanted to remind you of the details that are important for you to make as a correct judgment. You can find the evidence in the evidence file. At the same time, you can get information rather there's a digital evidence on the tablet. And then take a cough out before anything happens. I'm having coughing. Coughing spasms. The case file includes the content of the case and its information of the defendant. You can ask some questions to the defendants by clicking the microphone. These questions will play an important role in deciding your case. On a tablet, you can access some digital evidence, such as camera footage or audio recordings. You can also access the recordings of your dialogue with the defendants via microphone. These recordings will be added at the end of your dialogue with the defendants. The law book contains the rules and penalties for crimes that you need to look at to make the right decision. Finally, you will make your decision. Remember, your decision will have consequences. Making wrong decisions in law book cases will cause your bars to increase. How full your bars are affects the probability of getting a 12 on the dice screen after each case. Therefore, remember that the game can end even if your bars are not completely full. Okay. Well, I have no possibility of being assassinated or arrested because we just started. Zero money. Our mentality is 100. Okay, there are no cases that contain evidence. So, Harris Kellen, age 45, male. Fingerprint, the Banana Republic Court. Violation of restriction. Details the incident began on a night when a curfew was in effect, around 1:45. When patrol units noticed a suspicious individual in the Hartbone district. When the officer stopped the individual, his identity was determined to be Harris Kellen. Statements. Harris Kellen, I haven't been feeling well at home for a while. I thought going outside for a bit would help me relax. I went out without even checking the time. While I was walking, I saw a police vehicle and remembered the curfew at that moment. I panicked. I was so afraid of getting fined, so I didn't comply with their instructions. I was just scared. Okay. To accuse Harris Kellen. Why did you resist the police from taking action? I couldn't. I was not expecting to talking to me like that. It kind of makes me think of, That's Not My Neighbor, when they go, boop, 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 boop. Because I thought I could explain myself. I didn't want to let the police write a ticket without telling them what happened that night. But you still broke it. Anyways, what is adults? Wait, how old is he? 25. Like, is there something going on that they're making curfews even for the adults? And they're missing an R. I was like, his name doesn't look right. You say you were feeling unwell. In that case, why didn't you call the emergency line? That's true, but if it's something not major, he wouldn't really need to be going to the hospital. It didn't occur to me at that moment. Leaving home seemed like the only option. I couldn't even stop to think. He just wanted fresh air. But I know I have to follow the rules. I did. How can I help you? Request special guard. I might do the bribe in the future. Because maybe we have to bribe them for achievements. Because I did see their achievements, but I didn't get to look at it. Okay, so, wait. What kind of offense was it? Violation of restrictions. But where is it? Homicide, theft, verbal, crimes, physical, public, theft, financial, smuggling, organized crimes in the state. Homicide. Okay. Death. He didn't do death, so it wouldn't be that. Wasn't verbal. Crime. Wouldn't be that. Physical. Wouldn't be that. Kidnapping. 6 years. Public. Okay, it'd be this one. So, 6 months, public service, and 1,000 fines. 6 months, 1,000 fines. How did, never mind. Okay, Harris Keller. You are guilty. This was 6 months, and this was 1,000. I'm gonna forget this in the future. But hey, at least you're not going to jail. Okay, I'm safe. Okay, I'm safe. Sum of 2 dice is 12. Okay, got a wife, a son, and a daughter, and a cat! Week 1. I don't even have money for this. That's so cute. But we didn't get to really interact with the family. We only got to interact with the cat. Bill passed. Convicts with a criminal record will now be given increased penalties. Okay, so if they're supposed to have a crime, I feel bad for them. And it's gonna get harder. I did. Okay, write and found on Sam McHaley. As a result of the search, 5. Oh my gosh, you got that much cocaine on you, dude? And he does have a criminal record. Damn. You just gave yourself more trouble. You gave your more time to be in jail or whatever you're gonna get. Possession and carrying drugs. The incident occurred in the evening during a routine ID check conducted by the patrol police units on the south. Hold on. The incident occurred in the evening during a we might not. It looks like we're not gonna be. It looks like we're not gonna be playing today. During a frisk conducted on Sam McHaley, who was stopped due to suspicious behavior, narcotic substances were found. Further investigation found no record of the individual engaged in drug trafficking. However, it was discussed that the substance was regularly obtained for personal use. Statement. Yes, I had substance on me. I don't deny that. I use them when I'm alone to clear my head, suppress insomnia, and organize my thoughts. I didn't sell them to anyone. I didn't harm anyone. My life has been off track for a long time. But substance feels like an escape. But I also know that's not an excuse. Of all things, why did you choose that? Okay, so he had to do 18 months and 5,000 fine. Nothing there. No email. What? I can buy some. There's no routine attracting your cat's attention. Decorate horse does not require regular grooming. Do not eat with it. A plant that is thus occasionally is not suitable for use on dining table. That art changes from person. But what is the use to these? And that doesn't seem useful. Okay, let's talk to the dude. Why did the police stop you? I was just going home when I saw the officers. I remember I had substance on me in panic. I changed direction, but I guess that made me look even more suspicious. Where did you get the drugs? I don't even properly know his name. We have a very superficial acquaintance. Where did you meet this person? At a place called the Copper Lantern Bar on the lower side of the city. We don't have a special connection. We just ran into each other there. What did I say again? 18 and 5,000. Sorry, dude. You were guilty. So this is 18. And this would be 5,000. Sorry. Okay, we're good. Game saving. Mental health. I still can't interact with them. But we don't have any money, so we can't really do anything. Your Honor, a lot of evidence is lost as a result of Arxis attacks on our state. In order to ensure the security of the evidence in the cases, we would deliver the evidence to you in a device we call Cryptex. We designed the password on this device so that only you could solve them. And remember, if you try to open it 3 times before the green light turns on, the Cryptex will destroy. But it's not telling me how I do it. It's saying only I could solve. Huh? I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did. Evidence. A nylon covered steel rope located next to the vehicle tire. The red rose found on the body. He does not have a record. Charged assassination. In the evening hours, the lifeless body of the company's CEO, Maverick Marcel Hadrick, was found in the trunk of his vehicle in the underground parking lot of Norbeck Industry Building. The fact that the security system was disabled at the time of the incident indicates that this was a planned assassination. Tom, what were you thinking? When the incident was discovered, the only attendant present in the parking lot, Tom Brexley, was detained, and the first statement was taken from him. Tom said, I just started my shift about 2.5 hours ago. During my routine patrol, I still saw the CEO's car in the parking lot, which didn't seem strange to me. But I noticed that the trunk was completely open. When I approached, I saw Mr. Hedricks lying motionless inside. The first thing that caught my eye was a red rose placed on him, as if someone had deliberately left it there. I immediately contacted headquarters via radio and reported the incident. I kind of don't sound suspicious with them, though. Isn't a card required to enter the company parking lot? How do you think the killer could have gotten inside? I checked the system recordings and there is no card scan visible since the moment I started my shift. I think the killer disabled the system remotely. Did you have any personal relationship with the CEO? No, I joined the company only 2 months ago. I only seen him from a distance. We had no arguments, no contact. I don't think he did it. I don't think it's him. I don't. Did we do something with his fingerprints? I don't think he did it. We really have nothing. And they gave us 2 guilties. I would feel like he's not guilty. And he has no records in the past. And he says he do his routine patrols. So the person who might know the inside might know that he does his patrols. I don't think he did it. I don't. Tom, I don't think you're guilty. Oh, I'm getting paid. Salary is 600. My rent is 300. Shopping is 120. So anyhow. Oh. Oh wait, we can interact with our daughter. Your daughter asks you for $100 for school fees. You accept. Your sanity would drop if you don't accept it. Well, it's for school. It's for school. We have to make sure she gets getting the career she would like. We're gonna accept your daughter's request. I have no money now. But you know what? She's happy. I said my sanity would go down if I did not accept that. We're gonna do that. It's for school. It's not like she's going out partying, doing any drugs or anything. Oh, there's 2 of you. Hello, you 2. Okay, cigar, scissors, and box found in the vehicle. 2122354. Fingerprint number from the evidence. There is a digital evidence on the tablet. Okay. So what do we deal with? Mason Workig? Okay. Workig? He does have a criminal record. I gotta see if that was the numbers. I know it started with the 2. Auto theft. The vehicle owned by Rob Singer, which was parked overnight in the parking lot of his apartment building, disappeared by boarding without a trace. Leaving a trace. Following the report made by Rob Singer, the vehicle was located and stopped by patrol units. Following the identification process, the driver of the vehicle was identified as Mason Ruge, previously known as Teeny M, who has a criminal record for vehicle theft. Okay. Rob Singer. I have no info about how my vehicle was stolen. Clearly, those who did it were professional thieves. The police said they left no traces at all. The only thing I am certain about is that my car was locked. Tedium. Early in the morning, an old friend of mine, Derek Caldwell, called me. He said there was an urgent package that needed to be delivered and that he was unavailable. I immediately went to his house to help. He opened the door, handed me a package and a car key. I didn't know the vehicle was stolen. As soon as I set off, I encountered a police checkpoint. That's where I learned the vehicle was stolen. Following the statement of Mason Roge, Derek Caldwell has been taken into custody. Derek Caldwell, everyone who's involving me in this incident is making a mistake. Everything Mason said is a lie. I had nothing to do with that vehicle or any theft. Mason is trying to drag me into this, but I did nothing. Okay. So he doesn't. I was about to say, what was the fingerprint? 22354. Hold on, you're a 354. You're a fucking lying asshole. Okay, what's the evidence? Footage incident. No facial. So I, so far, am thinking that, Mason is innocent. Because he had no idea, as well as the evidence shows the fingerprint of, his. Because this is 54, and his is 44. You thinking you can trick me, dude? You think you could trick me? I watch a lot of crime shows. Like, I'm dumb. But you seem sus. Where were you the night the car was stolen? I was with my friends that night. We were a bit drunk and hanging out. I had been drinking till late. I woke up in the morning when Derek called. Does Derek Caldwell call you very often? I'm not sure what you mean by very frequent, but we would talk like 2 or 3 times a month, so that's not very often. I must state that I am retired from these matters now. These days, I work at a regular job. When did you meet Mason Ruge? We attended the same school, elementary school. Then we both dropped out. Mason says that you have given him a stolen vehicle and asked him to deliver a package using that vehicle. Is that true? Is this true? Mason is slandering me. Fixing the mistakes in his life is not my responsibility. You just want to make him get accused so you could be innocent. So I think Mason is innocent. I think he's getting blamed for it, and that Derek is the one who stole the car. And he seems like he wants to live a decent life. He said he retired from it. People do make mistakes. He did it. And like he's 33 years old, it's probably something he did in his younger age. A lot of people did dumb things when they're younger. So I think he's innocent. This would be death, right? Oh, death, yeah. Death. Oh, death. So he's gonna get 2 years of jail. But I don't know if, like, we do it separate, saying that, okay, Mason's gonna be innocent, and then the other dude's gonna be uh guilty. So, but yeah, so this proves that it's Derek that is guilty. But what was I again? A cigar scissors. You are guilty. Jail 2. And then you or Mason is innocent. Wait, I thought I clicked. I'm so confused. Okay. Mason. Let's read the name. Okay, Mason, I'm putting not guilty. Hi. So cute. I want you to tell me if I was right or wrong in the matter. But why did we arrest the other dude? State of emergency. Okay. Due to the recent increase in arc activity, the government has declared a state of emergency. State of emergency declared. Due to the state of emergency, justice can now be appointed to all types of cases. Okay. Okay. What kind of cases are we talking about? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What is going on here? Mara Reynolds. Elena Reynolds. Liam Reynolds. The whole family is here? What the fuck? Case subject. Determine which parent will be granted custody of 11-year-old Liam Reynolds and his 8-year-old sister Elena Reynolds. Defendant Jacob. Defendant Mara. The couple Mara and Jacob Reynolds officially divorced about 2 weeks ago. After the divorce, no agreement could be reached regarding custody of their 2 children, Liam and Elena. So the mother, Mara, filed a custody lawsuit. Family members evaluation report. The father, Jacob, was deemed unfit to take a full-time care of the children due to a long-standing anxiety disorder, intermittent anger control problems, and unstable living condition. Although the mother, Mara, is loving towards the children, she has been in serious financial difficulty recently and has had to work 2 different jobs. The home conditions are modest. However, the report on the ability to meet the children's needs evaluated the situation negatively. How did your parents' separation affect you? At first I felt terrible. There was constant tension at home, but after they divorced, the arguments stopped, so I felt a bit relieved. Still, I feel sad that my dad is left alone. Would you rather live with your mother or father? I don't want to be separated from my sister Elena. We can live together with our mom. My mom isn't in a good financial situation, but I can work and support her. How is your relationship with your father? I love my dad too, but sometimes he gets very angry. My sister gets scared. I wish they never separated. Would your family fight in front of you? Yes, they were shouting at each other. Do you love your mom more or your dad? I don't want to choose. I love them both. If they had to make a choice, who would it be? Please don't separate me from my big brother. We don't even get to talk more about it. Let's see how. So, it was decided that custody of both children would be granted to the mother. It was decided that custody of both children would be granted to the father. Decided that the boy would be placed with the father, and decided that the daughter would be placed with the father. It was decided that the conditions were intimate and that both children would be placed in foster care. I want them to be together. Okay, for now, we'll put this. I'll be replaying it. I think they should still do the family. I don't know how bad the financial is. I feel like I should do this. But then they could be separated. I don't want the siblings to be separated. So. There's nothing really for me to do. Is every time I get money, would it be that? Very straight. There. Okay. I think I did fail. I think I failed that second case. Oh. Recent week. So it's Chris Turtle. Wait! No. I could have been right then. Because it's the same stuff. So, is this actually the assassin? He's using the same stuff? Recent weeks, sanitation workers collected trash in the city center came across the lifeless body of Fred J. Hardorn, the CEO of the Glamour Company, among the garbage. The autopsy report determined that there were no signs of assault and that the death occurred as a result of prolonged oxygen deprivation. Okay. According to the last meeting recorded in his daily calendar, the person Fred was with on the evening before his death was company board member Chris Tarbon. After the evening meeting, we left the company together and went to our usual bar. We stayed for about 2 hours. He drank, seemed a bit withdrawn, and didn't want to talk. Then I dropped him off at his home. I don't know where he went after that. He was a good friend. It never crossed my mind that he would meet such an end. Clearly found the body. There was a black tarp over the trash container. When I lifted it, I saw the body of a man lying there in a navy blue suit. The body was slightly bruised, and there was a red rose on it. I thought things like this only happen in movies. How long have you known Fred J. Howard-Horn? We've been working in the same company for about 8 years, but we were relatively close only in the last 2 years. Did he have any enemies or anyone threaten him inside or outside the company? I don't think so, Your Honor. He was someone who got along well with people. And while you were at the bar, did he mention anywhere he was going that evening? Unfortunately, he only said, "Take me home. I'm very tired." At this moment, I kind of think he's being framed too. Because this is literally the same items that the one person had. With the last thing, like, I don't think this is firmly assassination. I think this might be like a serial killer if there's a third one going on. Because if I remember correctly, there have to be 3 dead. Kind of like the same method of death for it to be confirmed as a serial killer. If I remember what it shows me. Damn, he would be dead. I don't think he did it. I wish it would tell us what his criminal record was. And funny enough, it was also a CEO. Like, it doesn't fully give enough evidence that it is him either. All you see is the item, which was the same items that you see in the second case. So, obviously, I'm so bad at this. I'm saying not guilty. There's not enough evidence for him. As a decision, you made the cases, we decided to raise your salary. This week you will earn $700. I guess I was doing good. 6, 4. So we're only getting 200. Let me guess. One of my families wants something. I think the right thing, bravo. Congratulations for your decision. Country needs honest shows, absolutely. Okay, nobody's asking for stuff. Okay, good. Well, I don't need anything of this, so I guess we leave. I don't wanna gamble. So I'll be bored. I don't wanna gamble. Oh, is this the order? Damn it. Damn it! I already kind of forgot to order most of it. I kind of sucks when I'm trying to press it and it doesn't count that I pressed it. 21227. A knife found on the person. Phone conversation between Ulmer Carrot and Sean Helen. Sean, give me my money. Ulmer, Sean, you're crossing the line. I said I'd pay you. Stop pressuring me. Sean, shut up, you bastard. Let me see if you could talk like that when you're face to face with me. Ulmer, you need to calm down a bit. Sean, if you don't pay me next week, you'll be a dead man. Okay, so we're gonna see the evidence. Ulmer. Record, yes. Melissa Mooner. In recent weeks, at the home of Ulmer Crit, his friend Sean Helen sustained a stab wound to the rib during a violent altercation between them. Ulmer claims that his friend Sean stabbed him over a dispute. Immediately after the incident occurred, the individual named Sean Helen left the scene. Following the complaint filed by Ulmer Crates, Sean Helen was apprehended at his family's home. I had been having debt dispute with Sean for some time. I couldn't repay the money I borrowed from him on time, and he threatened me at every opportunity to get his money back. When he came to my house on the day of this incident, he was extremely angry and out of control. As soon as I opened the door, he started insulting me, came at me with a knife, and while I was pushing him away, the knife stabbed into my rib. If it had gone a little higher, I could have died after he bled. I grabbed my phone and immediately contacted the police. John, it was shit I argued with Omar about the debt, but I was not the one who attacked. He was. That day I wanted to go to his house and talk calmly. I told him that my situation was bad and that he needed to give me the money now. A heated argument broke out between us. He ran and grabbed a kitchen knife from the kitchen. While I was trying to take the knife from his hand, he fell onto it and stabbed his rib. I fled the scene because I was scared. Okay. 21227 fingerprint. 21227. It only has your fingerprint on it. Trying to take it. He was trying to take it, which doesn't mean that he actually got a hold of it. And you made threats. You made threats to him. So I'd say you are guilty, dude. How close were you to Sean, Helen? I wouldn't say that we were very close. We were just very. I wouldn't say we were very close. We were just drinking buddies at a bar. That's all. Did you take the knife from the kitchen, or did he bring it? The knife belonged to him. I never held it in my hand. Did he threaten you often? Almost every day, Your Honor. Were you threatening the individual named Omar Currit? No, Your Honor. I only tried to scare him, so he would pay the money. Was the knife stabbed while it was in your hand? He said it always been with him. So he's fucking lying. He's fucking lying. He's lying, bitch. You're a fucking liar. It says 21227. Your fingerprint is 21227. And last thing I see is evident you were making threats to him. To scare him, you wouldn't be saying that you'll be a dead man. So it means you definitely were planning on harming him. So, wait, is it just assault? He has no record, so it's light. Threat. Charges threat. So 2 years. Ooh, so you got 2 things on you. So 8 years. Because you maliciously wounded. So that's 8. And you made a threat, so that's 2 years. So you got 10 years of jail. I want to make sure. You're getting 10. Make sure it's same Sean. Toon, don't need anything. You don't need anything like. My sanity is not low, so we are good. Bill pass. Criminals who are not mentally well will be sent for treatment instead of punishment. Okay. So this is gonna be one of them. There we go. Vintage damage by the defendant. Sharp object was found on him. His mental health is positive. Willful damage to public property. In recent weeks, numerous complaints has been received about dents and scratches appeared on a newly installed benches by the Harold Field manipulated. Teams investigated the situation, replaced the bench with a new one to prevent further damage, and deploy a covert observation team in the area. The following day, around noon, Owen Blackridge sat on the new bench and shortly afterward took a sharp object out of his pocket and began scraping the surface. At that point, the cops intervened and took the individual into custody. Owen stood. I should say that I've been doing this for years without realizing it. When I'm stressed, my hand always goes to my pocket, and I fidget with that small knife-like object. Over time, this habit got out of control. I knew I was damaging the benches, but I truly never thought it was a crime. It was an impulse, and I couldn't even stop myself from acting on. Okay. No email yet. You said this behavior was an impulse you couldn't control. Have you considered getting support for this? Yes, Your Honor, because these events cause even more stress for me. Do you think this behavior would continue? No. I don't know. Probably yes. So, wishful damage to property. Trigger, you get full public service, but we're gonna send you for treatment. Hi guys. Mental health is still not an issue, so there's really no use to going out to drink and that. The music production company Aurelia Soundworks aligned that Autotune Audio committed copyright infringement by using the rhyme base of their own composer without permission. Entertune Audio Production Company and Aurelia Soundworks. There is one digital evidence for this case. Aurelia Soundworks announced to the public a new single they had worked on for about a month. Just 48 hours after the track was released, Entertone Audio announced a new music project. Fans at both companies noticed similarities in the instrumental backing, and debates began on social media. Following this, Radio Soundworks stated that the rhythmic arrangement, harmonic structures, and sound design were copied one-to-one. Therefore, Entertone Audio is being asked to pay $5 million in copyright damage. The lawyer said, "My clients worked on this track for weeks, tried hundreds of mix varieties, and ultimately brought the one work to an original point. However, in the soundtrack, Entertune Audio released shortly after, it is understood that Aurelia's characteristic instrumental foundation was used almost identical. Our complaint is not similarly, it is the unauthorized copy of my client's labor. We demand compensation to remedy this violation. We do not believe the similarities that emerged constitute international copying. In modern electronic music, similar rhythmic structure and sound designs are frequently seen. The audio engineers within my client, Entertone Audio, uses a backtrack they created from scratch entirely in their own studios. Similar drum and sync patterns can be heard across thousands of companies in the market. For this reason, we find the claims of copyright infringe unfold." I can't talk to them? can just hear similarities. But I'll say your difference. But you know what? Fuck it. So we get $300. Oh, now my son wants something. Your son said his clothes are getting old. He wants 300 for the new clothes. You know what? Fuck it. I'm not gonna get achievement for that? I get achievement for her, but I don't get achievement for him? What? I don't know, right? And hi, man. How you doing? What you doing? You want to play something? I was supposed to play with Eamon and Aaron, but Amy wanted to relax. What would you like to play when we do? Oof. Hmm. I love how you just said, hmm. The compensation lawsuit filed by Joe Miller against Sony Software Digital Company. Hospital report. Ellie Miller, major depression. Plaintiff Joe Miller states that his 14-year-old daughter, Ellie Miller, began showing severe symptoms of depression shortly after playing the video game None of Us 2. I definitely, if we do both, I definitely want to do Forsaken Frontiers first, if we could, please. And if we get bored, we could definitely do Peak. Because I'm down for both. Yes! Yes! By Sunny, and later lost her life as a result of suicide attempt. Claims that the game company is firmly responsible for his daughter's death and seeking $1 million in moral damage. Additionally, they are requesting that the sale and distribution of the game be halted. Represented defendant company attorney Alistair Rue Joe Miller. After my daughter started playing this game, she completely withdrew. Only the gloomy melodies of the game music came from her bedroom door. She wouldn't eat, couldn't sleep at night. After a while, she began acting as if she wasn't herself anymore at home. Wait. I sent it to you. I don't think that's why she. Don't worry. As if she wasn't herself anymore. When she took her to the hospital, she was diagnosed with major depression. 2 weeks later, her mother found her in her bed with pillboxes. We learned from the doctor that it was already too late. Our company does not accept such allegations regarding our products. Before release, our game was clearly marked with an age restriction of 18. Displaying data does not meet this requirement. The real fault lies in the providing the game to a child despite the age restriction. True. Furthermore, there is no evidence that our game causes illness. And true. True. I'm sorry, but I don't think they are at fault. One, yes, it has the age restriction. If you allow your child to play it on an age restriction, you're also going to be holding that consequence. Or, like, yeah. Mr. Miller, you did not meet the game's age requirement. Why did you not prevent her from playing it? Your Honor, when the game was released, my daughter begged for me for days to buy it. She said, Dad, everyone is playing it. I'm falling behind. As a father, I couldn't say no, but no one could have imagined that their child would be dragged into such darkness. Depression caused by video game is crazy. Right? Like, Mr. Rowe, what is your defense? Your Honor, we are aware that the Constitution of the series is somewhat emotional. For this reason, we released the game as 18 and above. And also, usually games go like, hey, like think of it a day and night. You're gonna see death. They go on about certain stuff. It's like you are being warned. You are being warned that this is what could be like. It has this event. Please play on your device. Like think of Doki Doki literature. You think it's gonna be cute and innocent, but it even tells you like be wary that shit's gonna happen. Like I didn't even finish it because I was just like, even though it was like I probably would finish it, but I probably won't do it online because I get emotional very easily. And as you could probably tell with A Plague's Tale Requiem, I started getting emotional when the last scene started happening. But I do not feel like it's their fault. They have been warned that when it shows 18 above, he's like, and plus, not only that, it might not even be from the game. Like, she could have actually ended up starting to get bullied at school, or something going on that the family's not aware of. Because, of course, especially at her age, I do that fucking tell your parents. It's gonna be rare if you go fucking tell your parents. So, I don't think they're at fault. Saying what is. This is not a game suitable for everyone, but we are encountering such a case for the first time. I don't think they're not guilty. It was said that family would nope. Compensation for the family and remove for the game. No. The rejection of the family compensation claims the game remains out. Like, I'm sorry, but they've been warned. It shows them thing. They are not at fault. Like, because if that's the case, every game should be taken off then. Oh, our standing is still 100. Remember, says the Garcia cartel will call smuggling drug across the border. Oh gosh, we gotta deal with the cartel. By that, I think that means I'm gonna probably get threats happening. It's a cartel, they're probably gonna be threats. Hi, you people. That's it. We are offering you 500 to release Jared Alderson and Marcos Bryan. The money will make your job easy and ensure that you are not influenced by decisions you make. Yeah, sure. So this will be this one. This one. Be the third one. Third one be all the way at the bottom. Fourth one is the second. This one. What was seized after the operation? 8 kilo lactic acid. I'm just gonna say the short version, the LAD 25, and 9 liters of GHB, and 25 kilo. Oh my gosh, you got cane, 2 submachine gun. What were you thinking, Nicole? What do you think? I said 36, yes, positive. So him, no matter what, we will have to. He tested positive for mental, so he would be going to things. How about this one? You too. But I got a question on it. I might have to look that up. I just want to see something about the mental. That's all I wanted, just to know about that part. Just Okay. Okay. So the negative. Okay. So no, they are in the clear. Okay. Their health is both positive. Okay. Mental health is. Drug trafficking. Taking part in organized criminal activities. Near midnight, a specific prepared hidden compartment was detached in the rear section of the van that was stopped for a routine traffic check. During the search of the hidden compartment, a large quantity of narcotics was seized. Upon examining the identities of the two individuals in the vehicle, it was determined that both were connected to the Coquira cartel. Jared said, "The way this was organized was not ours. Someone within the cartel must have made a deal with the police. They put us forward as bait. The ones who sent us here wanted us to get caught. I don't know if we'd talk if we were punished, but I'm sure this mafia is involved in this." Mike Byrne. This shipment was not normal. There were supposed to be mafia connection who said they would clear the way. They sat at the same table with us and gave guarantees. Clearly, a higher offer was made to the other side. They sold us out and increased their own share. I don't know who made a deal with the police, but someone deliberately set this up, and they will pay for it. Now that sounds sus. Based on your statement, I believe you may become an informant. Will you cooperate? You're thinking very wrongly. Who is the mafia you mentioned in your statement? Are you not going to turn them in? Don't worry, our people will make them pay. If you cooperate, we can protect you, or you consider helping us. You talk too much. Make your decision already so we can leave. Well, since you guys are doing that, you don't want to help out. So, I'm sorry, you are going to be in it. So, drug trafficking and take part in organized crime. I need to write this down. Because I'm not going to remember all that. Drug trafficking, taking part in sharing it. Okay, we'll do that. Right, but no, we have to follow by what they're in trouble with. So would it be homicide? Not that. Not verbal. In match fixing. So this is 16 years. Hold on, we need to see. They both will probably have yes. Yeah, they do. So 16 years. Or no, 24 years. $7,500,000. What do we need to take in part? So, and this is 24 years. So, 48 years. They're in jail for 48 years. So, jail, 48 years. Thankfully, I don't have to add up the money. Oh. Mentally. Losers, exactly. Losers. We could have helped them. Oh, forgot it. I totally forgot it. Okay. We're good. Amount 200. The receipt for the money sent by Theo. Phone call recording Theo Marco Lana winner. Hi. Hey baby. What's your fee? 200 per hour, 500 per night. Which one do you want? Any hour, please. How do I make the payment? You can transfer it to the bank account I'm going to send. Alright then, I'm waiting for you to send your bank account. Criminal record no positive. Fraud. Theo Marco phone number listed in an online advertisement, assuming the person. Right? Yeah. She was making her money and was a sex worker and paid sexual encounter. During the phone calls, Lotto Winter requested a specific fee and said the money would be sent via bank transfer. After Michael paid the fee, he received no response from the other side and received that the number had blocked, reported the situation to the police, and filed a complaint. Following the complaint, was identified and detained at her residency. I've been living alone for about 3 years. I haven't been close to anyone for a long time. Right? It started to wear on me. Psychology. While browsing online, I came across a phone number. The profile clearly implied that the service was being offered. When I called, the woman told me her rate and asked for payment via bank transfer. I immediately sent the 200. After I sent the receipt, she stopped reading my messages. Self-reporting. Right? A few minutes later, I realized the number had blocked me. It's not about the money. I couldn't stomach being made a fool. That's why I filed a complaint. I'm not a sex worker. If I I wouldn't hide it. When my phone rang, a man I didn't know directly asked my rate. In that moment, I thought it was a joke or trolling, so I got angry and said my rate is 200 an hour. Minutes later, then, when I saw that money actually came into my account, I didn't understand what was happening. I blocked the number because it scared me. My intention was not to scam anyone. I didn't force anyone to send me money. Right? I mean, I think she's innocent. Right? That's illegal. I want to say she's not guilty. And like he assumed. I am. He assumed. Assumed. Mm, he assumed. Like he had no clarification that she actually was. Yeah, this is easy. But I want to hear what she said. When you to answer the phone, why did you introduce yourself and say it was a misunderstanding? At first, I thought it was a miscellaneous prank. I didn't take it seriously. Why didn't you try to return the money that came to your account? Why should I return it when some idiot sent it? Right there. Right there. I was up 900. That means I'm doing a good job. Maddie, oh god, that's not gonna suck right now. And there's no use to making payday. They ain't made boxes song. That's odd. There's no evidence in this case. Oh, that's probably why. Samir Haddad. No, yes. Human trafficking. What are you doing, sir? What are you doing? Do we need to kick ass? But we gotta wait. He could be innocent. We had some people who tried to falsely accuse somebody, so I can't. If he is, do we need to beat your ass? If you're not, whose ass do we have to beat for accusing you of? That's the real question. The incident occurred after midnight during a routine check along the Turek borderline. The patrol team signaled for a suspicious minibus to stop. Although the vehicle managed to escape for a while, it was eventually captured after a pursuit. During inspection of the vehicle, it was observed that multiple immigrants of undermined nationality were being transported in cramped condition. Therefore, an invasion was immediately launched against Samir Haddad for human smuggling. I knew how dangerous this job was, but I had been unemployed for a long time, and the burden of not being able to support my family never left my shoulders. In this economic crisis, I reached a point where I would do anything for money. I have 11 siblings. Have some mercy on me. I gotta get the good in him, man. Oh. Why am I 10% arrest? What did I do? You know what? I think it's for the month. Man, it doesn't say that he is. No. But he can't be deport him because it doesn't say he's from out of the country. It says he. But I need to get to the good ending. And he was technically doing something wrong. But, but I don't think he should be either. But wait. Oh, damn it. Well, we don't know that. It doesn't say anything about that. I don't know. We got our laws. Criminal must be given the sum of their sentence for the crime listed in the charge selection. Criminals with a record should be given that, and all criminals with a negative. Oh, I didn't see that negative part. Must be sent to treatment without penalty. Let me see how much it would have been. I don't want this dude. I want to get. Because I can't let my crime stuff go high, and I can't let my. Here's not. I can't let these two be high, or lose the game. That's also an issue. And I'm already have a possibility of being arrested, and I don't know why. I know. Don't worry, man. I will be doing the wrong stuff too. Alright, so just one thing. I'm sorry, dude. That'd be stupid though, it's his fault. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, neither one of you need anything. My sanity is good, so we're not. In the dark night, your sleep interrupted by the sound of a knock on your door. Oh my goodness. That was terrifying. That was terrifying. I was like, why is there somebody here? My stuff are low. What? What? I thought I was gonna die. Oh my god, I thought my character was gonna die in an assassination. What the fuck? Ah, ah. The phone conversation between George's boss and Novacell customer representative. Karen. Novacell port line. This is Karen. How may I assist you? George. Your phone exploded in my hand. My face is covered in burns. I can't use my hand. We're sorry about this caused by user error. Please visit user's manual for battery safety next time. I only used the charger you provided. What am I supposed to do now? Our device did not explode for no reason. I won't be able to help you. Good day. I will sue you. The conversation concluded. Call customer service before going to hospital? Holy fuck. Lawsuit filed for boss against the consumer electric company Novacell. The burnt battery of the Novacell brand phone belonged to the individual. Approximately 3 months ago, George Voss purchased a newly released N15 Pro model mobile phone from a Novacell store near his home. You know, this kind of makes me think of... I used to have a Note, I think it was a Note 3 Galaxy, and my thing would overheat a lot. And finding out a lot of the Note Galaxies 3s would overheat and cause different explosions, especially if it was like under your pillow. He said that he charged the phone only with the adapter and cable that came in the original box and did not use any other brand of equipment. On the day of the incident, while George was using the phone plugged into the charger, the device battery exploded violently, with fragments hitting his hand and face, causing physical injuries. After the explosion, burn marks appeared on his face and material damage occurred in his home. Right? George, who applied to the Nova Authority Service, was turned away on the grounds of user error and was even dismissed without any inspection, having the phone hung up on him. As a result, he filed for a compensation lawsuit worth $2,050. In this case, the company Novacell was represented by attorney Ellen Marks. I had owned the phone for less than 3 months. I already charged the device with the original adapter, strictly following the instruction. That day, while the phone was plugged in, it exploded in my hand. The flame suddenly hit my face. I didn't even understand what was happening. Furniture in my home was damaged and became unusable. When I called the authority service, they did nothing except defend their own product. They said our phones don't explode. You must have used it incorrectly and didn't even take me seriously. I suffered severe physical and psychological damage. They must be held accountable for this incident. Novacell is a brand with international quality certification. Our products undergo hundreds of stress tests. The plaintiff claims they are unfounded. Such explosions usually occur when users use third-party chargers or damage the battery. We believe this incident is smeared campaign against our company. Like, if you think that he's wrongly accusing you, wouldn't you want to look into it? Nova says that you are at fault. What do you say? I think this is an attempt to evade responsibility. They neither conducted an inspection nor provided me with a technical report. Without even listening to the incident, they blamed me and closed the case. Literally, like, if you are thinking you're getting falsely due, you would think you would conduct either one. But no, you didn't. Right? No, I think they're guilty. Nobody's guilty. In a plaintiff's statement, it's claimed that you did not take him seriously. Is that true? That's not what this call says. Absolutely not, Your Honor. We are a company that prioritizes our customer satisfaction. However, we believe the incident resulting from use is contrary to device normal operation. Therefore, we did not accept the claims. It is a unique name. There are so many people who try to exploit companies in this way. They should not be taken seriously. If you think they exploit, you would look into it. I'm sorry. He's in the right. Sue. Sue. It was sorry, Jared found to be found on the right and that two Thompson, yep. I just wanted to see what the other option. No, he's getting the full amount. You guys are suffering for that. Yeah, I just wanted to see what the because there was 3 choices, so I wanted to know what it was. Yeah, I just wanted to know what the third option was. Because I was like, why is everybody having a third option? Okay, so. Okay, I don't think this is assassination. I think this is a fucking serial killer that's going on. This is a third case that has this. And let me guess, it's going to involve a CEO. It's going to involve CEO. But this time there's 2 roses found. Or bodies. Bodies. It said bodies. So is it going to be the CEO and the wife? This is a third case with these 2 items. Third case with 3 items. It's like the second and then I think number 4 case. But this is the third one. 39, yes. Assassination. Another one. It was not noticed that Jared, Aronson, and Barker, who shared the same cell, were lying motionless. There was no argument, tension. Only hostility between us. They were generally the type who lived in their own world, aside from talking in their sleep at night. There was nothing disturbing about them. I went to sleep early that night as well. At one point, I thought I heard some noises, but I assumed they were having another episode of sleep talking. In this prison, someone dying or a fight and breaking out at night is considered normal. Did my thing go up? Why is the fridge dropping all of a sudden? Hold on. Okay, the frames. think we might be in the good now. So I didn't think of getting up to check. I'm here for fraud. I never killed anyone in my life. It was decided that George Voss was in the right and that 250,000 caps would be paid by someone. It was time to remind such victims about the existence of consumer right. You are a folk hero. There were 3 of you in the cell, and 2 were killed using the same method. You're the only survivor. How do you explain this? Your Honor, inmates in this prison are frequently killed by unknown persons. There are even rumors that guards are involved in these acts. Did you hear the cell open that night? The prison is noisy enough at night. That's why it's very hard for me to hear a door opening. So here's my thought about this. 1, it corresponds the same with the other 2, but involving CEOs. But the thing I find fishy, I don't think he did it. I don't think John did it. For the fact that it says all security cameras malfunctioned at exactly this time of the incident. So tell me how somebody locked in there is able to cut the security cameras. So I think he's being framed. I think it is an inside source. Even he said that inmates are frequently killed by unknown persons. Even rumors that guards are involved in these acts. So I am thinking it's probably somebody working in them. And even the cartels are believing that them two was working, that the police was working with the mafia. So I think he's innocent. I'm going with my gut. I think he's innocent. I think he's wrongly being accused for the fact that we've seen 2 other cases that are very similar, having a rose, and then having these 2 items. And of course, there's 2 roses because both of them are dead. So, and they only have 1 more inmate. So I think this is wrongly accused. Just going by everything else that was being shown. So I'm going with it. I am saying you're not guilty. Yes, with you. Your daughter bought a smartphone for you as a birthday gift. Yeah, whatever. That ain't work good. I'm spending Donna J. Eastwood, Isabella Sierra. Agreement. Tennessee agreement. The landlord Jonah J. Eastwood's request for eviction and debt collection against its tenant, Isabella, due to a long-term non-payment of rent. Legal action has been enacted by the landlord Jonah J. Eastwood against the tenant Isabella Sierra for failing to pay rent for nearly 4 months. The landlord, Eastwood, states that the tenant violated the lease agreement, that the delays became persistent, and that the warnings were ignored. The landlord is demanding that the tenant vacate the property and also pay their encumbered debt along with the late fees. Jonah, my tenant haven't paid a single penny for 3 months. I warned them repeatedly every time they stalled with next week, the week after. On top of that, they constantly being a large group of guests and turning the building upside down. I brought the downstairs neighbor as a witness. He'd been the most sensitive person about noise for years. I fully agree with what Mr. Eastwood said. So I informed my landlord that I could not pay the rent for some time. My workplace closed. I suddenly became unemployed. This is not a choice. I told him that I would pay off my debt as soon as my unemployment benefits are processed, but he's trying to evict me. Additionally, the claim that you are making noise is completely false. My downstairs neighbor is a deaf war veteran. He repeats what Eastwood says like a parrot.